Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over an email that was sent from a subscriber. This is from a guy. He is 21 years old, sounds like he's just about ready to graduate college, and he shares his story about how when he was 18, right after he graduated high school, he started dating this gal who eventually became his girlfriend, and she was really pursuing him, really liked him and all, good looking. But as you can imagine, she had a lot of red flags. A lot of red flags about her. And from the get-go, he knew something was off. But he stayed with her. And you're going to see, guys, that she becomes a stalker. She becomes extremely possessive and controlling and a stalker. And this guy, he really had a lackadaisical, indifferent attitude towards her. He really did, but for some reason he stayed with her, and her actions just got worse and worse. And so I'm doing this story, guys, for a couple of reasons. One is entertaining, and you definitely will find it amusing, the lengths she goes to get her way and to get this guy. But also, too, how so important it is that you need to be able to cut these girls loose. You need to cut ties with these gals that are becoming a giant pain in the ass, making your life difficult, trying to be possessive, trying to be controlling, because you're going to see what she does. I don't care how hot she is. I don't care how great her body is. I don't care all the freaky stuff that she does, whatever you want in the sack, because guess what? It's not worth it. And guys that are older will get this because we have the life experience, but young guys don't quite get these things. And you'll see here, this guy was inexperienced. But now, you're going to see at the end, he's all the wiser, he's doing well, he's focusing on his purpose, on his grind. I think it's awesome. But a quick lesson here. So it starts off, he says, hello SSM. I've been a fan of your channel and other channels like yours for over a year now. I like to listen to the stories shared by your viewers and advice that you give on where they went wrong to ensure I do not make the same mistakes. Making mistakes and pain are excellent teachers at not just relationships, but everything in life. Dude, you're 21 years old and you understand that. You are light years ahead of people decades older than you. Yes, we all make mistakes, guys. I've made this clear quite often in my videos. We all make mistakes, and all you can do is learn from them. That's really how you grow, right? I mean, any of you guys ever train in martial arts or boxing or something like that? How many times have you, in boxing, how many times have you had to practice certain punches and working on your pivots and all the different attacks and defenses? How many times did you fail in a typical class or lesson before you eventually learn how to do things right? Life is about failure, but you learn from the mistakes and you move on. A lot of people can't handle making mistakes and they never try anything and they never learn. And they never get anywhere. So good for you for learning that. He says, with that said, I would like to share my story involving a nasty piece of work that stained my life and still does. Well, you didn't cut her loose, as we're all going to see. I met my ex-girlfriend when I was 18 years old and just graduated high school. She was about a 7 or an 8, and we had similar interests. She asked me on a first date, which surprised me, and I felt that I could not say no. At that age, I was more focused on going to college to further my education than anything else, so I didn't intend to pursue anything serious. Good for you, brother. You should have stuck with that. She, on the other hand, was unsure about what she wanted to do with her life and definitely wanted a relationship out of me. Instead of just having her as a side chick, I made her my girlfriend. Smack me, I deserve it. Yeah, smack. You need to do what you want to do, but I'm sure you enjoyed this girl pursuing you. You said she was a 7 or 8, so she was a good-looking girl, and we're going to find out real quick. You obviously do plenty of hooking up, but yeah, this should have been a side chick. If that's not what you wanted, relationship, because you're going to school. You're about to go to college where you can focus on whatever it is you want to pursue, so why do a relationship, especially if one you don't really want to, right? Don't waste your time, and if she was a decent gal, don't waste her time. Focus on your goals, guys. That is your number one priority when you get to be that age. The choices you make between 16 and 25, especially maybe 18 to 25, will determine how your life goes. So don't waste your time with some girl you really could take or leave, unless it's your side piece and there's no real commitment. Just be careful. He goes on, he says here, early on in the relationship, she would attempt to get anything and everything she could out of me. I grew up in an upper middle class neighborhood with traditional beliefs and enough smarts to make a comfortable life with just a bit of education. In the bedroom, I was adamant to wear protection despite her promising me she was on birth control. It's always the same old story. Never, guys, never buy the I'm on birth control bullshit. Always wear protection and your own protection that you provide. I've done stories when the gal's poking holes in them. He says, I didn't care. I did not want an unplanned pregnancy to be the reason my life would fall before it started. She would want me to use the condoms that she provided, but I knew better and wasn't going to be outsmarted. Well, dude, here we go. More shit that says cut her loose. Okay? If you actually have to if you're that suspicious that she's messing with the condoms, that'll tell you everything. Cut her loose. You don't need to waste your time. He said right there that she was trying to get everything she could out of you because you obviously grew up in upper middle class lifestyle and everything. Why are you with her? If you want a chick, you can get other chicks. See what I'm talking about, guys? Red flags. He says here, I could tell that her attempts to get me one way or another to commit were not working for her, so she slowed the sex drastically and gave me constant cold shoulders. Ah, one of those. So she wasn't getting her way out of you, so therefore she's going to dramatically cut back the sex to try to get her way with you, manipulate you, control you. Again, another sign to cut her loose. Yet he stays with her. I did not mind her attitude and didn't break up, which probably annoyed her more and made her more attracted to me. Smack. I'm glad you didn't give in to her bullshit. However, you stayed with her. Don't waste your time. From then on, she never left me alone. It was around this time I started college, and I was not expecting to struggle my first semester. She would not be there for me like a girlfriend should during my struggles. She was more concerned about me cheating and would accuse me of cheating multiple times per week. She had people she knew keep an eye on me and would inform her of any girls I talked to or did anything with, one-on-one or with a group. I got through my first semester with the skin in my teeth and already did not want to be with this girl anymore. While I was home, she accused me of sleeping with my cousin who was over for the holidays. I should have left her right then and there. I'm not sure why I didn't. You think? So listen to this crap, guys. She was impacting his first semester at school. This is where he's supposed to start. Okay, I've been to college. The first semester, most of us don't do as well because you all know how that goes. But even still, she was getting in the way. You can't focus too well on your studies and start meeting people that that could be lifelong friendships and help you with your goals when you got your girlfriend accusing you 3 times a week of cheating, having her friends be spies on you, and her giving you a hard time for any girl you may just happen to talk to when he had a drink from the water fountain and said, "Excuse me," to a girl, and she then is labeling you as cheating on her. This is psycho. But this guy stays with her. You have every reason to cut her loose. Again, you were 18, you were younger, obviously not a whole lot of experience, obviously not somebody to guide you. What's the point of staying with this chick? It gets worse. When my second semester started, she got more aggressive towards me, and I had enough. Well, hallelujah. Although instead of confronting her, I found another girl that I really liked. She found out almost immediately and was determined to make my life as difficult as possible. I told her over the phone it was over and to never contact me again. I also told my parents and friends to not take her calls or texts. I thought it was through with my ex, but I was wrong. Yeah, you broke up with her. That obviously set her off, but the fact that you moved on to another girl, and I might add that quickly, which you have every right to do, that really made her nuts. Now, after this experience, you should have taken a break for a while, not gone into yet another relationship. At least some time. He says here, she would continue to stalk me and had the same friends she knew give her anything she wanted to know. Who are these wackos? She knew my schedule, friends, clubs, and my new girlfriend's schedule as well. I believe that she could not do anything dangerous since she didn't go to this college. She made herself look and act like my new girl, and she applied to the same college the following semester. Nevertheless, I always ignored her and never gave her the attention she wanted. Are you telling me that she changed her hair, changed her outfit to look just like your current girlfriend, the girlfriend you had then? I mean, this is like, what's that movie? I can't think of the movie, but you know what I'm talking about here. Good Lord. And then she went to your school, even though you're broken up, was the idea to just make your life a living hell and stalk you, or maybe to get you back. See, guys, when the signs were early on, he should have cut her loose. It's just gotten worse and worse. So remember this, guys, when you're with that girl who's a little bit nuts, she may be pretty and great in the sack and gives you all the stuff you ever wanted, but there's a price you pay. However, eventually I caught one of my best friends in a relationship with her, even though I expressed extreme hatred towards what she had done to me. But at the same time, I didn't want to give her the reaction she wanted. Not cool. Bros before 304s. Bros before the garden hose. Your buddy is with her, which he's obviously doing to try to make you jealous or hurt you. Well, in my opinion, he broke the bro code here, and therefore, what he eventually will endure, he brought himself. You warned him, and you don't go there, guys. Don't date your bro's exes. Unless your bro says absolutely that's fine and doesn't care. And when he says fine, he's not like a girl saying fine but doesn't mean fine. He actually means it's fine. That's one thing. But even then, you shouldn't do it, in my opinion, even if he says it's okay. I pretend to be accepting the relationship, but quickly cut ties with who I thought was my friend. Good for you. He's a backstabber. You don't need him. Fast forward, I'm now 21 years old, and I'm starting a career with a good enough salary to make ends meet and then some. I'm with the same new girl today, and she respects my RP beliefs. I want to take some of my extra cash and invest it in myself, real estate, or start a business, but I have no knowledge on that subject. Thanks for taking the time to read my story, and thanks for the life advice and the RP content. It has really helped me know that I can be a strong, successful male. Thank you. Well, bro, you're welcome. That was definitely an entertaining story. Now, I know you were young, 18. Believe me, I did plenty of boneheaded things when I was 18 with the girls. I did them in my 20s as well. That's how I learned. So you learned as well. But now your story will help some dude out there that will make him think twice about the crazy girl that he's with right now, or avoid the crazy ones and to cut them loose. The theme here, guys, she showed her from the get-go that she was a wacko and he should have cut her loose. But for whatever reason, he kept her. He held on. Maybe it was the SCX. Maybe he felt bad. Maybe he didn't like confrontation. I don't know. But you got to come loose. Now, for you, bro, I'm glad you're doing well, and you're obviously started your career. So it sounds like you really rushed through school since you're 21 and graduated and starting your career. So good for you. I want you to be on your grind. Okay? I want you to live beneath your means, to save as much money, to live beneath your means, so every month you have a profit from, you have your salary and what you get from your paychecks, and then you have your living expenses. Every month, I want you to have a extra money left over, a profit, if you will. And I want you to start investing. If you don't have a retirement account already set up, set one up. There are great companies out there that host them, Vanguard, Fidelity, whatever. I have both for both retirement and brokerage. They're great ones. I'm not making money off this. I'm just telling you. And start contributing every month, okay? And then within the legal means that you can, your retirement account, and then start going through opening a brokerage account and start investing in probably a diversified index fund. That'd probably be the best way to go. Or if your company does a 401k and they do 401k matching, use that for all it's worth. And then you only can use that. And start putting money away every month. And before you do any of that, make sure you have an emergency fund in case any shit goes down. And then by doing that every month, you'll build wealth over time. You're 21. You got your whole life ahead of you. And then I want you to be busting your butt to rise in your company, okay? Now, you got a girlfriend here. You've been with her for a few years now, and you said she's cool with your RP content. Great. You follow the advice I've given the videos towards her. You're going to be in a good place. But make sure she's on your team. She's supportive of your goals and all that. And you put yourself first. You and your goals first. And this goes for all the dudes out there that are watching this that have a girlfriend. You know what happens when you put your goals and ambitions on the back burner to make her happy and make her number one. It doesn't end well. And you always check her when she's being difficult, and she will be difficult. But then again, we can be difficult too, so fair is fair. As for investing in real estate, well, you save your money, everything, look for good opportunities, and you will have it. And that goes for any other thing. And as for starting a business one day, okay. Before you even consider starting a business, you need to talk to a lot of people that you know. You're 21, so you're young. Maybe if you had business professors that know people you can get advice from, or maybe your parents know people that own their own businesses, or people have specialties. Whether your parents know a good accountant you could talk to about things. Accountant, tax preparer, somebody that does marketing, somebody that's insurance, legal, all that stuff to help guide you. and then figure out what that business may be, get a good business plan going, consult people that are smarter than you, that have experience. That's a mistake I made early on. I didn't consult enough people that had experience because I felt like if I didn't figure it out my own, therefore it wasn't my own. That's dumb. I don't make that mistake again. Consult everybody you know that can help you in your goal in starting the business and running it. And once you start that business, I want you to bust your ass. That is your top priority, absolutely beyond anything. And be prepared to bust your ass and work 60, 70, 80 hours a week if you have to make that goal. And understand some things aren't going to work out. You may fail on occasion. In fact, you will fail on occasion. You find a way and you keep grinding and make it happen. And you do all this and you work smart and you work hard and you take calculated risks and you make it your passion, you will be successful. But you have to be able to take risk. If you don't have a stomach for risk, you won't be successful in starting a business and having it be prosperous. So you do all these things I talk about, you're going to be fine. So great story, bro. And don't make the same mistake twice about the whole red flag thing. So guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Let this guy know what you think. And guys, if you ever had any situations with a gal that was like that did those types of things, I'd like to hear about in the comment section. Just comment away. Let me know. Let people know about that. And also, guys, if you got a great story you'd like to share, by all means, email to me, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. Just give me some time to get to it, and I will down the road. I get tons of emails all the time, and I can only do so many per day or per week, and you get the point. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.